Welcome to the Elite 8 edition of the Power 5, everybody. I am, of course, the appropriately named Bryan Power. On today's show, I'll be sharing what you need to know about this weekend's 4 regional finals. I'm coming off a 2-0 sweep in the Sweet 16. My best bet was Alabama. Their outright upset over North Carolina followed that up last night with Tennessee over Creighton. Stay tuned to find out what I've got cooking for the Elite 8. I've also got a free play for you at the end of the show. All right, let's get going with the East region, where 1 seed UConn is an 8.5-point favorite over 3 seed Illinois. What you need to know here is that UConn is shaping up to be the most public side of the weekend. Looking at the WagerTalk.com live odds screen, 64% of the tickets and 76% of the money is on the Huskies, recording this on Saturday morning. No surprise there about those percentages. After all, UConn, they're on a 25-6 ATS run in the NCAA tournament, including a perfect 9-0 the last 2 years are the defending national champs. All 9 of those victories have come by at least 13 points. However, also be aware, Illinois, 6-1 ATS as an underdog, and they've yet to lose a game by double digits this season. One more time, UConn is minus 8.5 versus the Fighting Illini. West region, Alabama is taking money after opening minus 2.5 against upstart Clemson. The Crimson Tide, who, as I previously mentioned, were a big winner for me on Thursday, out to minus 3.5 at most books, even minus 4 at Circa, considered one of the sharper shops. But what I want to focus on right now is the total, which is much lower than any of the Tide's previous 3 over-under lines here in the tournament. That over-under line currently 164.5. That is down from the opening number of 165.5. If you recall, each of the previous 3 games involving Bama saw the total close 172 or higher. Those were the 3 highest tournament totals of the past 30 years, and 2 of the 3 went over, yet this number significantly lower. All right, let's shift to Sunday, Midwest Regional Final, where for the first time since 2019, we have a 1 seed meeting a 2 seed in the Elite 8. That's right, the Chalk held in a region for the first time since COVID, and it's going to be Purdue as a 3-point favorite against Tennessee here. These teams did meet earlier this season in Maui, and it was the Boilermakers winning 71-67 as 3.5-point favorites. This is the second straight rematch from that tournament in Maui for Purdue. Of course, they just beat Gonzaga, as they did in Maui earlier this season. The 2 wins over the Zags had similar final margins, 10 and 12 points, and similar spreads, -5 and -4.5. The Boilermakers now look to do the double against the Vols, who could be without starter Santiago Vescovi again. Obviously, they still got by Creighton without him. 4th and final game is an all ACC regional final in the South region. 4 seed Duke is a 6.5-point favorite against NC State. The Blue Devils have already taken a little money after opening -6. We obviously get to look, or need to look, I should say, at what these teams did against each other previously this year. They are conference rivals after all. This will be the 3rd meeting between these teams here in March. The only regular season meeting saw Duke win in Raleigh 79-64 as 6.5-point favorites. The second meeting was in the ACC tournament, and the Wolfpack obviously won that one 74-69 as 11-point underdogs. They wouldn't be here if not for that run in the ACC tournament. Considering, though, that NC State's win was a neutral court game and they were 11-point underdogs, there does certainly seem to be a little bit of value with the Blue Devils here at the current price, doesn't it? But one thing to consider, not just for Sunday, but potentially moving forward, that loss to NC State was Duke's first conference tourney game. No team in history has cut down the nets in the NCAA tournament, i.e. won the national championship, after losing its first conference tourney game. That also applies to Tennessee, oh, by the way. So that's the Elite 8. I already mentioned I was a perfect 2-0 in the Sweet 16. I have a 4% best bet posted for Saturday already. And if you're looking for more, go ahead and use coupon code POWER30. That will give you an instant $100 savings on a 30-day all-access pass. As a reminder, all-access passes give you every play I release in every sport. So for just $199, you can get the rest of the NCAA tournament, the rest of the NBA regular season, plus the start of the playoffs, first month of MLB, and any soccer I release as well. It's a great deal. Take advantage now by heading to wt.buzz/BP. One more time, that's coupon code POWER30, POWER30. All right, free play time. Let's go back to that Bama-Clemson game tonight. Not sure what the over-under will be on the number of college football references we're going to get during the telecast, but I like Bama to cover the number here. They have revenge for an 85-77 home loss in the ACC-SEC Challenge earlier this year. Much has been made in recent days about Clemson's quote-unquote luck when it comes to opponent three-point shooting. Well, by sheer volume of attempts, I think Alabama can rectify that. Clemson's first three opponents in this tournament have combined to shoot 18% from behind the arc. Well, Bama, they're at 36.8% for the season with an average of 11 makes per game. That will be the difference in this one. Alabama's three-point shooting. Lay the short number here. I think Nate Oates' team moves to the Final Four. And that does it for the Elite Eight version of the Power 5. Follow me on X, formerly Twitter, at Bryan Power _wins. Remember to use coupon code POWER30 to save $100 off a 30-day all-access pass. Subscribe to the WagerTalk YouTube channel if you already haven't done so. Smash that like button if you enjoyed what you heard here. And leave any comments down below if you think there's something I missed. Until next time, let's cash some tickets.